Hey, Nora,
Hello, Dad.
do you know what the fastest way is to get eggnog to the party?
I don't want to know.
You use the express lane.
Boo.
What are we talking about this week, Nora?
We're talking about Thanksgiving weekend.
Welcome back to the. I don't like the way that sounded. Welcome.
I don't
back.
like how
How's
that sounded either.
Welcome back to the Nora and Dad Show. I am, as always, the dad with the bad dad jokes, Dad, and I'm here with the lovely and talented, my co-host, the one and only Nora. What's poppin', Nora?
Nothing much. Back to school tomorrow. Then I have 3 weeks and then I'm out of here. Peace out.
Your Audi 5000 for winter break.
Well, I actually only have like a week and a half left. So
You have a busy 3 weeks.
I do, but I only have a week and a half of classes. The rest of it's just review. So
Yeah, but you got your musical, you got your mock trial, you got exams and papers. So it's gonna
just
be
one paper.
It's gonna be a busy home stretch to get you to winter break. But thankfully, your school was kind enough to give you the entire week of Thanksgiving off, so you could rest up and get ready for the home stretch to winter break, which is awesome. I've never heard of that before.
I think some other schools are doing that this year too.
Even
But
like
it's
when I
not
was in
very
college,
common.
like when I was in college and law school, we got the 5-day weekend. You got the 9-day weekend, which was awesome for you.
It was very nice.
You,
I'm ready to go back though.
I'm ready for you to go back too.
What?
I am ready. It's. I mean, like my routine gets disrupted when you're not in school. So
mine
and
as well.
Not to make it all about me, but I'm going to make it all about me. No, it's because I'm used to driving you to school in the morning, and then I go into work because my office is not too far from the school, and then I swing by school afterwards, and I either stick around for mock trial or pick you up or whatever. But it's just when you don't go to school, it feels like my routine gets like thrown out of whack. So I like it better when you're in school. That's all.
I suppose.
So, how was your Thanksgiving weekend?
I thought it was pretty good.
You thought it was just pretty good?
I had fun.
We had a lot of family time.
Yes, we did.
I mean, if I could put I can put the Thanksgiving weekend into categories. Like we had a lot of family time. We decorated the house for Christmas. We got the house all ready to go for Christmas, which is awesome.
Yes.
And I watched a lot of soccer, which you did not want to watch with me.
No, I didn't.
I'm so disappointed that you don't have like the patriotic fever for the U.S. men's national team and the World Cup.
I mean, I hope they win, but I'm not going to be upset if they lose.
Really?
Yeah.
You won't be like devastated. You won't cry tears of sadness if the
No.
U.S. loses to Iran on Tuesday. I guess this episode will come out Tuesday morning. So by the time this comes out, we won't know the results. So Tuesday afternoon, you won't cry tears of sadness if Iran marches on to the next round and sends the U.S. home.
No, I'll be busy at school.
Our mortal enemy going back like 40 plus years.
I'm learning about that right now.
Yeah, are you learning about the hostages in 1980?
Oh, well, we just finished Israel, so we're now moving to Iran and Iraq.
Okay.
And then Saudi
Got
Arabia. We have to fit all of that into 1.5 weeks. I don't know if we're going to.
That is a heavy week and a half of stuff to study in school.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't want that class to end.
Okay, so where do you want to start? Do you want to start with family time over Thanksgiving, or do you want to start with our Christmas decorations?
Christmas decorations.
Christmas decorations. So we put the tree up. It's an artificial tree. I've only ever had an artificial Christmas tree. This year let's see, my very first Christmas was in 2001 with your mom. So that makes me 22 in Christmas years this year. So this will be my 22nd Christmas celebrated on this planet. So I've only ever had an artificial Christmas tree, never had a real one, but we got a new tree this year, which is really exciting.
See.
And it is, well, I don't know how fancy it is, but it's not, I mean, they have some that will like, you can press a button, like, and it'll change from like white to color or color to white, or you can program like light shows. Ours it's just white lights, which is fine. It's classy. I like the white lights. And then we decorated on Saturday, which is our as
It was
is our
Friday.
family. We decorated on Friday, which is, see, I told you when you're not in school, my whole like routine gets thrown out of whack. I don't even know what day it is. What day is it now?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're back to school tomorrow. Or that's an easy point of reference. We decorated Friday, as is our family tradition, with ornaments. We always buy each other a brand new ornament that is, I guess the idea is that we find one of the Hallmark keepsake ornaments that to the purchaser, which is usually me or your mom, signifies something like about that person, right? So your ornament this year was what ornament did you get to put on the tree?
I got 2.
Okay, we'll start with the ones from us.
Okay. I got Buddy the Elf.
And why did you get Buddy the Elf?
Because that's the musical this year, or one of the musicals this year.
Yeah, so you're deep in elf stuff at school, so I thought
I
Buddy
am.
the Elf would be inappropriate, and it's like super Christmassy too, and we always watch the movie, and it's a fun movie.
Oh, I know the movie very well now.
Your your brother got a Super Nintendo console ornament that plays some, I don't know, Mario or something song that seems to go on. When I hit the button in the store, I didn't know the song was going to play for like 2 minutes, and it was loud, and it just went on. There's no way to stop it.
I had that
So,
same issue.
I got your mom a flower shop window ornament because your mom loves flowers, and you guys and your mom got me Black Panther ornament.
Yes.
So those are the newest additions to the Hyman family tree, and then you and Ryan also exchanged ornaments.
Yes. I got an axolotl thing from Minecraft, which I
What-
quite like.
What is that now?
An axolotl.
You need to speak like English.
That is English. It's like an animal that lives in. It's real. Like it's a real animal.
What is it?
An axolotl.
An axolotl?
Look it up.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh,
How do you
quite
spell
cute.
axolotl?
I'm not the best person to
Ax.
ask.
Oh my God! It is a real thing.
Yeah, and they're really cute. Look at them. They're like little fish things.
It's a pedomorphic salamander closely related to the tiger salamander.
They're really cute.
Axolotls are unusual among amphibians in that they reach adulthood without undergoing metamorphosis. Instead of taking to the
Fascinating.
land, adults remain aquatic and gilled. The species was originally found in several lakes underlying what is now Mexico City, such as Lake, I'm not going to pronounce that word, and I'm not going to pronounce the other lake word, but they're under what is now Mexico City, as I don't speak Spanish. These lakes were drained by Spanish settlers after the conquest of the Aztec Empire, leading to the destruction of much of the axolotl's natural habitat. I'll be darned. Okay.
Yeah, so I got that.
There's your science lesson for the day.
I know maybe
listeners.
I'll learn about that in ecology during our evolution
There you go.
unit. And
Okay, and then
I
you
got Ryan a silly dog that looks like a family dog at their house.
Lovely. And the best part of decorating the tree, other than seeing the ornaments that we purchased for each other to add to the tree, is going back, and as we decorate the tree, we now have at least, you have 16 years worth of ornaments. Your Donovan has 14 years worth of ornaments, and me and your mom both have, 20 plus years worth of ornaments to go on the tree. That kind of takes us back. It's like a little walk down memory lane as we go
and
back
Ryan
through.
has 2.
And Ryan has 2. Yeah, but we have, and it's kind of the tree becomes like a time capsule of our family.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of Buzz Lightyears are on the tree. There's lots of Sesame Street on the tree because you were, in your younger youth, you were a major Sesame Street stan. Like you loved the Sess.
The Sess?
The Sess. You never heard it called? Maybe I just made that up.
No, I definitely think you just made that up. That's awful.
Why is that awful?
It just is. I don't like it.
All right, I'm going to send this off to the Sesame Workshop and see if it's acceptable if we call it the Sess.
It isn't.
Do you remember going to Sesame Place when you broke down in tears because you didn't get to meet the characters?
I don't. But I'll
There
take
was a
your word
parade.
for it.
There was the parade down whatever the Main Street equivalent of Sesame Place was, and all the characters, they pulled kids out of the crowd to march down the parade route with them, and you really wanted to get picked and you didn't get picked and you just started crying, and an employee felt really bad, and so they took us to the backstage area where we got a private party with all of the Sesame Street characters. And
Oh,
you
wait,
stopped crying
actually?
actually, yes.
Seems a little excessive.
So I suppose the moral of the story is if you cry a lot, you get your way, but I'm not sure that's a great lesson to teach a kid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that lesson at all. But it was nice to have the private Sesame Place party, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm sure I enjoyed that.
You got hugs from Cookie Monster and Elmo and Bert and Ernie and Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch and everybody. They were all there.
They were all there?
They were always because it was Sesame Place. That's what they do. That's where they live.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So lots of Sesame Street ornaments, like I said, because you were a big fan of the Sess. Yeah, it is we've moved on to the Marvel ornaments now. We have lots of Marvel ornaments. It's just a lovely walk down memory lane of our family and kind of everything that is the ornaments speak to kind of us as a family. So the tree just becomes a nice kind of, I was going to say living like memento, but the tree's not. It's an artificial tree, but it's a tree. So, and I can see it from where I'm sitting as we're recording. It actually looks really nice. So that's up. The outside of the house is decorated with lights. The stockings are up on the mantle. We're ready. We're ready for Santa to visit the house.
Yes, we are.
Are you ready for Santa Claus? Are you going to go to bed nice and early on Christmas Eve so Santa can deliver the gifts?
I go to bed nice and early every night.
You do. You're the only teenager in America that likes to be in bed by 9:00 at night.
I enjoy my sleep.
I know you do. It's great.
I don't know. It's not like I have
most teenagers stay up until I don't know, like your brother, till 1, 2, 3 in the morning doing whatever, and you're 9:00, lights out, I'm done.
I don't know. I don't like staying up late unless I have to. Even when Ryan's over, the latest I stay up is probably 11:30.
What a fun date you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that was part one of the holiday weekend, and then part two was a whole lot of family time, which as we talked about last time is my favorite part of Thanksgiving. But we got it in two doses. So we had the Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday at Aunt Kathleen's house with the whole family, and minus your Uncle Pat, who was down in Kentucky, and then Uncle Jerry, who did not come in because he was having car trouble.
And
so
Anna.
we were. Oh, and Anna did not come in because she's a doctor and she was on call. So we had most of the family was there, and we feasted. We feasted a lot. Did you say you did or did not have my smoked turkey?
I did. Donovan didn't.
You did. Donovan did not. How was the smoked turkey?
It was very tasty.
Yum. Yeah. I don't think I'd ever cook a turkey in a different way ever in the future. Other than what I did, this is my new favorite word, spatchcock, which is where you cut the backbone, the spine out of the bird, and you kind of lay it flat, which they say allows it to cook. It definitely cooks faster, but also more evenly because you're getting rid of that big open cavity in the middle of the bird. And then on the smoker, and it was amazing. I thought it was amazing. And you did not get your pie on Thursday night.
No, I didn't. I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah, that was your second thing. It was your second dinner, so understandable.
Yeah, I had a
might
slice
have,
of pie at the first one.
Yeah, it's understandable why your belly might not have. You've reached at the ripe age of 16. You've reached the point in your life where you now have 2 Thanksgivings to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So
Is that not normal?
It is normal, but it's normal
Oh.
like when you're in a no, it is.
Okay.
Usually I don't know a lot of I don't know. Do any of your friends go to two Thanksgivings?
I don't really have any friends that are in relationships.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like a relationship thing, but
Oh.
most 16-year-olds are not at that point in their life where they have two Thanksgivings to go to. So
I see what you're saying now.
so understandable why you might be full and not ready for second pie on on Thanksgiving night. And then last night, Saturday nights, we had not really second Thanksgiving,
Family
but
dinner.
your family dinner. We've historically done a family adult dinner on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We did not do that this year. It's usually when we do it, it's been out at a restaurant, and it is no kids. That's why we call it the adult dinner.
Too many adults were missing this year.
Yeah, there were a lot of adults that were missing, and then and then you got to find sitters for the littles and whatever. So we did not do adult dinner. We did a family dinner at your cousin's house where your Uncle Mike cooked an amazing prime rib, and we ate and we drank and we laughed and we played this rockin' like horse racing game that I had never heard of before, but it was like a tremendous amount of fun.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Mom and I did really well on our team.
You did. Do you want to maybe try and explain like how the game is played?
Let's see. So, it's a horse betting game. So you get poker chips, and at the beginning of the race, 4 horses are taken out. So you roll the die to see which horses 1 through 12 will be taken out, and so the first horse you have to put 1 poker chip in if you had that one, and then the last horse you have to put 4, and you kind of like go 1 to 4 how many chips you have to put in, and then you just keep rolling, and whatever number you roll on the die, that's number of the horse, and then you have to move that horse 1 spot. But it's also based off of the probability. So like 7 has the most number of like possible outcomes you can have while rolling a die, while 1 and 12
Two.
that can only oh yeah, never mind, it's 2 through 12. 2 is you can only get that one way. So it was a very intense game.
It was. And then you're dealt playing cards, 2 through queen. And that's the cards that are you get like dealt 4 cards, and the cards that are in your hand correspond to the numbers of the horses. And then if the horse that wins, the people that are holding the cards for those number of horses split the pot. As the pot builds, as you're rolling the dice, and this horses that are scratched, not in the race, if you roll those numbers, you keep throwing chips into the pot, and then you split the pot at the end. Or if you're lucky, which I don't think happened to anybody last night, you're the only one holding a card, and then you take the whole pot. But it was super intense as we're all standing around the kitchen island rolling dice and like screaming, as my Apple Watch is telling me our decibel level was too high last night, as we're screaming at the top of our lungs, cheering on the horses trying to win the pot of chips. It was great.
The dogs were barking. It's going crazy.
Yeah, like it's like the most I've cheered and screamed playing a game it was a lot of fun. So I got to figure out. I'll find a link. I'll drop the link in the show notes just to like where you can actually, if you want to play, where you can actually find this game. But it was a tremendous amount of fun. So
yes, it was.
Now you're back to school, and we move on to the rest of the holiday season. So good luck getting through your last 3 weeks of school.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
I also think I'll be fine.
Yeah, and then on to second semester, and then
not yet. We get like a nice 2.5 week break first.
You do. You guys get the longest winter break, which again is super nice. But, at 2.5 weeks is a long break.
And then third quarter is easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
We have like no full days of school.
I know, between the holidays weeks of school, and then teacher in service days and whatever, parent-teacher conference days and spring breaks and other things. Yeah, you have very few, and then the inevitable snow days that we're going to get here in Northeast Ohio. You have very few full weeks of school between when you go back and and when school ends in May.
No, after spring break is when it picks up. It's just third quarter. That's pretty slow.
Yeah, well. So good luck on your last, whatever. Good luck on your last 3 weeks of school, and yeah, we'll see everyone back here in 2 weeks with another episode. Anything else you want to add?
Not really. Hope you had a
Not
good
really.
Thanksgiving.
We did. I hope everyone else had a good Thanksgiving too. We'll be back in 2 weeks, or maybe we'll pick up on the holiday theme, and we can talk some about Christmas in 2 weeks. How's that sound?
That works for me.
That works. All right. We will see everyone back here in 2 weeks. Love you, Nora.
Love you too.